Question number 2. இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல I'm dealing with mod functions. So you cannot find your f dash of x for a mod function. So நம்ம என்ன பண்ண போறோம்? Method 2 use பண்ண போறோம். The method that I used in question number 1. Okay, so this is not the method I'm going to use. So the method I have is going to be first f of x equals mod of x plus 2 minus 1. I know that the mod function is always going to be positive. So first step, mod of x plus 2 is going to be greater than or equal to 0. And in the question I have a minus 1. So I'm going to subtract 1 on both sides. So I have mod of x plus 2 minus 1 greater than or equal to. Inequality அப்படியே தான் இருக்க போகுது 0 minus 1. And left hand side la this is going to be my f of x is greater than or equal to minus 1. So how does my number line look? I have a minus 1 and f of x is going to be greater than. So இந்த பக்கம் தான் values எல்லாமே இருக்க போகுது. So I have this to be my minimum value. Okay, மத்த எல்லா value maximum இருக்க போகுது. So I found that my minimum value is minus 1, but x enna at what value of x adu kandupidikalama. So I found out that my f of x is going to be minus 1. So what is my x? What is my x? So f of x enna mod of x plus 2 minus 1 equals f of 1. Okay, I'm substituting this f of x equals this na substitute pandren. So I can cancel these two. I have mod of x plus 2 equals 0. I have x plus 2 equals 0, which means x equals minus 2. Okay, so at x equals minus 2, minimum value is minus 1. Okay, this is my final answer. Please copy. Subsection 2. Again, I have a mod function. I have g of x equals minus mod of x plus 1 plus 3. So I again have a mod function. Idu direct ah panna mudiyadhu. I cannot find my g dash of x. I cannot find. Okay, so what am I going to do? I know that the mod function is going to be greater than or equal to 0. In the question, I have a minus. So I am going to multiply by minus on both sides. When I multiply by minus, my inequality changes. Okay, please pay attention. Linear inequality le idu padichirukom. When I multiply by minus or divide by minus, my linear inequality changes. Okay, then I again need a plus 3. So I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So I have minus of mod x plus 1 plus 3 less than or equal to 0 plus 3. So left hand side la irukkiradhu is my g of x less than or equal to 3. When I draw the number line, I have 3. So g of x is going to be less than 3. So all the values are going to be to the left of 3. So what do I have? This is going to be my maximum value. 3 தாண்டி வேற எதுவுமே இல்லல்ல. So this is going to be my maximum value. So maximum value of g of x is going to be 3. But for what value of x I have to find out. So g of x is equal to 3 now. I have minus of mod x plus 1 plus 3 equals 3. Sorry, equals 3. I'm going to equate. So when I cancel, I have x plus 1 equals 0. X equals minus 1. So my final answer is at x equals minus 1. Maximum value. Maximum or minimum on kekranga. So maximum value is 3. Okay. There is no minimum value. You have to understand. Maximum value da irukku. Minimum value enna? It is at infinity. At x is equal to infinity, the value is going to be minus infinity. Okay? Please copy. Subsection 3. I have a sin 2x function. Subsection 3. H of x equals sin 2x plus 5. Here, it is easy to differentiate and then find the values. But namak value ennava varapodhu? I am going to get something like pi by 4, 3 pi by 4. In the marla values varum. It is difficult to equate all that. It is a long process. Adu or method, but it is a long process. Nama ivlo neram padichadhiye pota enagum. I know that my sin function lies between 1 and minus 1. Avladha. Iduve simple ah mudiju pochu. I need a plus 5 from the question. So I have minus 1 plus 5 less than or equal to sin 2x plus 5 less than or equal to 1 plus 5. So this is my f of x. So it lies between 4 less than or equal to h of x. So h of x less than or equal to 6. So I know what my minimum and maximum value is. So minimum value is going to be 4 and maximum value is going to be 6. Okay. So I have minimum value is h of x equals 4 and maximum value h of x equals 6. I need to know for what value of x. Ilya? So when I do that, I have h of x equals 4 na. I have sin 2x plus 5 equals 4. Sin 2x equals minus 1. Where is my value minus 1? Sin, it is going to be all silver tea cups. My problems நம்ம எப்படி solve பண்ணிருக்கோம் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? I'll first solve for this. So I have first I'll omit the minus. So I have sin 2x equals 1. I know that sin 2x equals sin pi divided by 2. I have 2x equals pi divided by 2. X equals pi by 4. Okay, so I have this to be equal to sin of pi by 4, but I need a negative value. So negative value na, where is my sign negative? It is going to be negative in my all silver teacups na. It is going to be negative in my third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So in the third quadrant, my sign function looks like, third quadrant la eppadi irukum, sign is going to be pi plus pi by 4, and fourth quadrant it is going to be minus pi divided by 4. Sign function has to be between, sin x exists between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Remember, so it has to be in the fourth quadrant. So we are talking about minus pi by 4. So the minimum value is going to be 4 when x equals minus pi divided by 4. This is not asked in the question. They are only asking for what the maximum and minimum value is. இதை நான் எதுக்கு solve பண்றேன்னா for you to know how to find the value of x. இப்போ எக்ஸாம்ல அதை கேட்க மாட்டாங்க, கேட்டாங்கன்னா இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராசஸ்ல போடணும். ஓகே, புரிஞ்சுதா? Now, fourth subsection, I have f of x equals sin 4x plus 3. Okay, inside a mod function. So this again I am going to solve using this way. So I have sin 4x is less than or equal to 1, less than or equal to minus 1. Now I need to add a 3. So I have minus 1 plus 3 less than or equal to sin 4x plus 3 less than or equal to 1 plus 3. 2 less than or equal to sin 4x plus 3 less than or equal to 4. When I add a modulus போட்டா இதுக்கும் mod ஆயிடும், இதுக்கும் mod ஆயிடும், but everything is a positive value. So I have 2 less than or equal to f of x less than or equal to 4. So what is my minimum value? It is going to be 2. And what is my maximum value? It is going to be 4. So final answer enna? Minimum value is 2 and maximum value is 4. Okay, புரிஞ்சுதா? So they have only asked for minimum and maximum values. X value கேட்கல, கேட்டா இந்த மாதிரி மெத்தட்ல சால்வ் பண்ணணும். Okay, usually they don't ask, so don't worry. கேட்டா இந்த மாதிரி போடுங்க. Okay, now fifth subsection, I have h of x equals x plus 1, but it is given that the value of x is between minus 1 and 1. இதை differentiate பண்ணா என்ன கிடைக்கும்? I have h of x equals 1 ன்னு கிடைக்கும். I cannot equate it to 0 because 1 equals 0 ன்னு வரும், which is not true. So I am not going to do in that method. என்ன மெத்தட்ல போட போறேன்? It is given that x value is between, this is x இல்லையா? So x value is between minus 1 and 1. Strict inequality போட்டிருக்கேன். இந்த இடத்துல closed bracket போடல. If I have a closed bracket, I can write x less than or equal to 1 less than or equal to minus 1. But இங்க இது கொடுக்கல. Okay, it is given in a circular bracket. So minus 1 less than x less than 1. When I add a plus 1 on both sides because I need a plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 less than x plus 1 less than 1 plus 1. So here I have 0 less than, this is going to be my h of x less than 2. But இப்போ இதுக்கு முன்னாடி questionலலாம் நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு equal symbol இருந்தது, equality symbol இருந்தது, which means I can say that h of x is equal to 0 is my minimum value and h of x equals 2 is my maximum value. But here I do not have this equality sign, which means I cannot tell that this is my maximum and minimum value. Okay, equality இருந்ததுனா தானே equal பண்ண முடியும். இந்த இடத்துல h of x is greater than 0, but it is not 0. So that is not my minimum value. Minimum value வேற ஏதோ, it could be 0.0001, it can be 0.2, it can be 0.5, it can be anything இல்லையா? So I do not know what my minimum and maximum value is. So no minimum or maximum value. Okay, clear? Please copy.